Students, I am sure all your preparations are going with full josh here, be it Olympiad exam, be it JEE, NEET, whatever. And I have a video here on physics related to sports performance and giving you a break. I mean, you might be playing some sport or following some sport and you like to enjoy that. You take it as a break, obviously. But today I would like to bring it to the physics classroom. And where is this video coming from? Let me explain where did I get this idea about. So first of all, my name is Bhavdeep Sethi. I'm a physics enthusiast. I love physics. I love teaching physics, and I convert physics haters to physics lovers. And I always say, don't memorize physics, learn it by observing nature around you. Now, few times the students come back to me and say, "Sir, good job, good quotation over there, looks good. ये किताबी ज्ञान मत बांटो, please." है ना? That those are the real words. The students say, "Sir, ये किताबी ज्ञान है." क्या बात कर रहे हो आप? Look around you, look around nature. जब तक अपनी बुक नहीं उठाऊंगा, 10 न्यूमेरिकल्स नहीं करूंगा, मुझे थोड़ी फिजिक्स आएगी। आप क्या बोले जा रहे हो? And this video is actually an answer to those questions where students challenge the fact that physics is all around you. If you really want to enjoy physics, want to learn physics, you study it in textbook, but then you observe around you and try to relate it, and that's the best way to learn physics. But the question here is कहाँ physics? हमें तो नहीं दिख रही वे. हमने तो physics को बस numericals की तरह देखा है, equations की तरह देखा है, जो हमको रट्टे मारने पड़ते हैं. So today we'll see how physics is all around us. We will start with a few examples here. We will talk about sports more, but let's start with things around us that is all physics. So physics has application in all walks of life. I'm just listing a few, but the list is on and on and on. Limited time here. I'm just going to list a few here. Medical imaging. And I would wish good health for everybody, but it's a fact that we go out for medical imaging for whatever reason. Isn't that all physics? Come on, this is all physics, be it ultrasounds or MRI or what kind of whatever ECG, all that is physics. Then you go for telecommunication. Mobile is our lifeline today. Internet, television, all these are physics. What else is it? Transportation. Oh, okay, forget jet planes, forget bullet trains or whatever, cars, scooters, motorcycle. Let's go basic, bicycle. Okay, I'll say bicycle भी हटा दो, पैदल चल रहा हूँ मैं. So when you're walking, aren't you using the law of physics? You're using friction. You're using the third law of motion. You're pushing the ground back and the ground is pushing you forward. When you're walking, as simple as walking, you're using physics. And then cars, trucks, motorcycles, much beyond that, obviously. Now, weather prediction. So when they make prediction of weather, कि कल क्या होगा, they make it based on the present conditions of humidity, temperature, and other things, pressures, and all that. And all that calculation, all that observation is all physics. Obviously, architecture, you look at any building, bridges, I mean, the strength of that, कितनी ऊंची हो सकती है इमारत, कितनी नीचे उसको फाउंडेशन चाहिए, वो ट्रस जो होती है, why is it triangular? So you look at any bridge, you will see all those triangular structures. All this is physics. The strength of it, उस ब्रिज पर हर घंटे कितनी कार्स जा सकती हैं, लिफ्ट है, लिफ्ट में 8 से ज्यादा लोग मत बैठिए. I mean, it's all physics around you. Physics is everywhere, from cooking, music, sports. Cooking क्या? When you're cooking, you're using heat. I mean, it's much more than heat. I would rather make a video one day when you're tasting the food, the taste coming to your tongue is all physics. So everywhere, music, when you're playing music, all those notes are logarithmic scales. If it is music or is it a shore, that is a physics. Physics decides it. क्या आप उस music को music ले रहे हो कि shore ले रहे हो? Everywhere it is physics. Now sports, I mean, let's talk about sports. And when I try to relate sports with physics, I mean, first of all, the expression is seriously, कैसे? But then the best part was when I was trying to teach a student, he was like, sir, एक क्रिकेट ही तो है जिसको मैं एंजॉय करता हूँ, उसको क्यों बोरिंग बना रहे हो, फिजिक्स क्यों पढ़ा रहे हो, क्रिकेट खेलने दो ना सर. And then I tried to explain him that if you know the physics behind cricket, you would actually play better. And students, do you really know any professional league there? IPL हो, चाहे hockey league हो, चाहे kabaddi हो, wrestling हो, any professional sports team has a person who is biomechanics. And the role of that person is actually to educate or to train. Part of the training program is biomechanics, as in based on the body structure of each athlete, what is the best way? Let's talk about swing of a ball, or throwing a ball, or throwing the javelin. What is the best strategy? किस एंगल पर फेंकना है, किस स्पीड से फेंकना है, नहीं तो हाथ में इंजरी हो जाएगी. And one of my students, I remember 4 years back, he did his thesis on this, the physics of sports injury. And really, it's all based on every person's body is different. So how long is this bone? And based on that, how much should you be hitting the ball with what force in tennis? I mean, all this is physics and it's a serious science. I mean, there is a career out there, biomechanics. So it's not just for fun. I mean, it's happening out there. So let's take some examples. And again, today's examples I'm taking here is just to motivate you to explore more. I'm not giving you the complete list. Complete list तो होगी नहीं, दिनों दिन बैठ जाओ. I'm just giving you some examples here to motivate you to look around you. So let's talk about Newton's laws of motion. अभी सबने याद कर लिए 3 laws of motion. Are we really using them in life? है ना, memes बनते ना, sin theta cos theta याद कर लिया, अब क्या करें, है ना, those kind of things. Laws of motion याद कर लिया, अब क्या करें, अरे यूज कर रहे हो रोज यार. So bowler bowling the ball. I mean, isn't it like you're applying a force based on how long the ball was getting the force for? It had some momentum, and that momentum decides the velocity of the ball. When the fast bowler is throwing the ball with a high velocity, he or she is giving a high momentum out there. Even we'll look at another example. Let's say you're a spinner, you're not a fast bowler. When you're a spinner, you're trying to spin the ball, and that spinning of the ball, it depends whether it's air में swing हो रहा है, that's Bernoulli's equation, or टिप्पा खा के spin हो रही है, that is all friction, conservation of angular momentum. All that is coming from the bowler. If the knowledge is there, the bowler can bowl better, and that actually is obviously there. And then batsman hitting the ball. The ball is coming in here with a momentum. It changes its direction, goes with another momentum. So the rate of change of momentum, that's the force that should be applied by the bat. In what angle, at what angle? I mean, it's all a physics scenario right here. The fielder catches the ball. There is a momentum of the ball which becomes zero. The rate of change of momentum is the force on the hands, and you might have studied that. कुछ लोगों ने याद भी किया होगा कि why does the fielder pull the hands back to reduce the injury? All this is Newton's laws coming into picture. Now think about swimmer. Swimmer is actually pushing the water backwards. Third law says the water will push the swimmer forward. Isn't that the third law of motion coming into picture? Cycle wheel getting a friction forward to roll. Newton's law coming into picture here. Everywhere around you, Newton's law से तो आप बच ही नहीं सकते. Let's talk about collisions. When you're talking about collisions, think about the rugby, the American football, where the people are actually holding the ball and just running, and the other person tries to stop the person. So a person is running with the ball, another person tries to stop the person. That is the linear momentum conservation happening over there. Isn't it? That's all collision. That the one that you study about two balls colliding, it's happening on the field right there. Two players hitting each other, the momentum has to be conserved. It's an isolated system. Obviously, the friction comes into play, so the earth becomes part of the system now. Car collisions. When the cars collide in a sports race, there is a collision, and that collision will result in the injury of the driver. And all that is incorporated, factored in slip of tongue there, sorry. So that is all factored in to design the cars, to design the tracks, to reduce the injury. That's all physics coming into picture here. Then let's talk about biomechanics. I was talking about biomechanics is basically combining bio and physics. Usually, I have seen students say, मैं तो physics पसंद करता हूँ, bio मेरी समझ नहीं आती. And many students who are going for NEET, they say, bio तो बढ़िया, लेकिन physics is our weak point. No, they all go hand in hand. So this helps analyze, improve human movement, the one I was talking about. Based on the body structure, the biomechanics person will advise the sports person whether you should be playing the racket this way or maybe a little further away, trying to reduce the injury. So this is actually a serious kind of, not serious as in very boring kind of, serious as in it is actually being used. Biology plus physics in the sports. It's used. Projectile motion, proud moment for us when we get gold medal. But isn't Neeraj Chopra actually using the projectile motion over there? The ball is thrown at an angle, the javelin is thrown at an angle. वो जो आप पढ़ते हो books में, ball is thrown at an angle of 37 degrees with such and such velocity, find the range and all that. Isn't that happening right here? And in fact, more is happening here because when you do that analysis in projectile motion in your physics chapter, motion in a plane, you are always ignoring फेंकोगे तो वो दूर तक पहुंचेगा है ना. That's what you have studied कि भाई when you throw the ball at an angle of 45 degrees, the range is maximum, but that's not the case now because there is air drag. When you say 45 degrees, you are actually ignoring the air drag. Now this is more practical example where he has to consider हवा किस direction में चल रही है. Even in the case of golf, you know that, I mean, I don't know how many of you play golf, but if you observe the players, I mean, they are actually looking at the speed of the wind and the direction of the wind. And when they hit the ball, they're hitting the ball with a precise calculation of अगर हवा 30 डिग्रीज पर इधर इतने मीटर पर सेकंड से जा रही है, किस स्पीड से उन्हें किस डायरेक्शन में मारना है. क्योंकि अगर हवा इधर चल रही है and you hit the ball in this direction, the ball will be moving in the other direction. So if you want to let the ball go this way, you really have to make the hit the ball this way. That is the 3D motion happening over there. अभी तो हम ये 2D motion की बात कर रहे हैं. When you talk about golf, golf is actually a 3D motion analysis. So all this is used in sports and actually used seriously. Fluid dynamics. स्विमिंग, साइकिलिंग, कार रेस. ये कार का शेप ऐसा क्यों है? बिकॉज टू वी वांट टू रिड्यूस द एयर ड्रैग. अगर उसको स्क्वायर शेप में ऐसे बना दोगे कार को, विंडशील्ड को, then there is a lot of wind hitting this glass and the car will be slowed down. We want, this is a race car and we want it to go as fast as it can, and that is why this is aerodynamic design. Same is with the swimming. Swimming, you want to reduce the water drag. So all this is coming into play in sports. Now, talking about mechanical advantage, we memorize mechanical advantage is the amount of load divided by effort and so forth. That is coming into play in tennis and golf. It depends. You're using the leverage here, you're using the leverage here. These are all levers. When you study class 1 lever, class 2 lever, class 3 lever, these are the levers, nature given levers. All that is used in these sports. I'm just giving some examples. I'm not giving a complete list here, obviously. Angular momentum. Look at the person here. Why does he go faster? So when you're rotating, you're rotating slow, but when you fold your hands, you go faster. That is angular momentum conservation. The one that you memorize, the I times omega I1 omega 1 equals I2 omega 2. That's exactly what is happening. When you fold your hands, your omega reduces, sorry, I1 reduces. So when I reduces, omega has to increase to conserve the momentum. All this is happening in sports. You just have to observe around you. Bernoulli's equation. Look at this ball. Why does it swing? Because you're giving it a spinning action, and Bernoulli's equation coming into play here, where the speed is more, the pressure is less, the ball will move in that direction. This is Bernoulli's equation coming into picture. When you're swinging the ball in the air, you're trying to rotate it, and you might have actually, Magnus effect, you might have studied in your textbook, but look at the practical usage of that. It is actually happening right in front of you. The ball swinging means there is a difference in speed on this side and this side, so there is a difference in pressure. That difference in pressure is going to make the ball move. All this is three-dimensional motion. In our textbooks, we studied one dimension, two dimension. This is three dimension happening right here. Awesome examples out there, aren't they? Kabaddi le lete hain, my favorite sports. Think of it. I'm just few examples of physics here. A lot of friction needed over here. Think about this. If there is a less friction, there will slip ho jayega. Lot of friction required there. Shoes are designed in a way for that. Center of mass of this player. It says this player is supposed to fall down because center of mass is right there. But because of this player, this is not falling down. And beyond that, you think about this person is already moving, and these players, these defenders, they really want to stop him to move. So they have to apply a force. That force means negative acceleration. That means Utsav equations coming into play, where before he reaches the middle line, he has to be stopped. So you're using those three equations of motions there. You have to stop this person. So there is a certain acceleration required there. And that certain acceleration will ensure that the displacement before the body stops will be less than the distance available there. In addition, the conservation of momentum is happening here. This player, let's say all of them are 70 kilograms. So this 70, and this 70. So the momentum of these two and this two, this all is conserved. So this is a very good example right in front of your screen where you are using a lot of physics in one sport right there. And see, again, as I said, the purpose of this session is not to tell you a list of usages in sports. This is just to motivate you to observe physics around you. आप आसपास देखिए ना अपने. ये तो मैंने आपको मोटिवेट करने के लिए कि आप आसपास देखिए कोई भी स्पोर्ट हो कुछ भी हो. मैं तो कह रहा हूँ कुछ भी आपके अराउंड हो रहा है वो फिजिक्स हो रहा है. Just try to observe and you will enjoy that. So you have to take a pledge here. And as I always say, you have to end the session with a pledge. I will observe physics around me. Then you also have to take a pledge that I will spread awareness about NSCP, as I have made other videos also. NSCP is such a prestigious exam. Unfortunately, not many students know about this, and that is why some students who are capable of cracking this exam, they are not giving the exam. हमारे पास talent है इंडिया में, आगे नहीं आ रहा है, हमको उसको आगे लाना है. So you have to spread awareness about this exam to your friend circle. With that, I'll just take a bye here, but then I will also tell कि भाई, the best way to start something is now. If if you have not started your journey of NSCP yet, you should start it right now. So we are launching NSCP Module 3. Actually, we have already started Module 3 on 16th of May. So NSCP modules are 5 modules over there. The entire course is divided into 5 modules. These are 11th grade portions. This is 12th grade portion. We are done with first 2 modules. We launched the third module. And before you say कि भाई जब यही नहीं किया ये कैसे कर लूं, doesn't matter. If you have Josh and willingness, please welcome. Please आ जाइए इधर. I will ensure that you're able to do that. I'll provide you free recordings for those. And students actually join third module and fourth also, fifth also, they're able to do that. The only requirement here is your Josh. Talking about fees. Fees is almost, I mean, what can I say? We are not a money-making unit here. We are about medals and results. And I'll show you some of the medals also. So the class timings for this module is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m. When required, extra classes will be there. So total 25 have been scheduled for module 3. That is 37 and a half hours of live teaching, not recording. 2500 rupees. That's it. 10% discount with this coupon. So कितना हो गया? 250 रुपए और कम हो गया. But then if you buy 3, 4, and 5, that is 25 times 3, 7,500. You get 1,000 rupees off. 6,500, but then again you can use that 10%. So both the offers can be availed. So minus 650, so 5,850 may you get these three modules, but then you also get the module 1 and 2 for free recordings. So what you get is live classes, Sunday go test, doubt clearing on the Telegram group, an assignment after every class. Every class के बाद एक assignment आता है आपको. So what are you waiting for? I mean, if you really need help, then you can call our team member Ayush 80502 91657. But the link is down there. You can just enroll on that. Okay. So as I was saying, Dhruv is one of the students. जो हमारे वेदांतु Olympiad school का student था. He got a gold medal in the International Physics Olympiad. He was part of the physics team out there. Similarly, Aditi and Avnish, they got a silver medal in Chemistry Olympiad. So welcome. Join this channel. This is free for everybody. VOS Beyond Books Brigade. But once you join the course, you will be part of a group also. Where that's a Telegram group where you can ask doubts. This is a channel for you to get free information, but that is a group where you can also write messages and ask doubts. So whatever is your goal, I always say keep up the high Josh. Your energy determines your destination. Whether you join the course or not, I will be here on YouTube coming for with more videos like this. So spread the news, spread the awareness कि भाई NSCP एग्जाम देना है भाई आपने अपने फ्रेंड्स को बताइए. चलिए, thank you so much. Keep up the high Josh. Bye bye.